There are many simple things in the world. Shovels. They are all different. Gardening shovel. Unloading shovel. Children's shovel. But there is also a different shovel. We use it when we come to the position. In short time, it helps us dig a trench which saves us from bullets. If a tank will pass over the trench, there is a high probability that it will not cause any harm to the soldier. We dig in the ground, deeper, and then connect the trenches with our friends to the left. In just a few hours, trenches are all connected. When we do not have an axe, we can use a shovel to cut a loaf of bread. A soldier uses a shovel as a paddle, crossing the wide river under enemy fire. If we run out of ammunition, we will use a shovel again, and then we'll move on. And when we get the order to stop, we'll take a shovel again and build around us an impregnable fortress. This fortress is defended by the Army of Ukraine, our army.
Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened to me? I was ruling the galaxy. Had a cherry new battle station. I mean, this place had an omelet bar. A straight-up omelet bar. And now look. My former intern's tossing me down a bottomless freaking pit. You know, come to think of it, my whole life has been a series of what the moments. That was my out.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I looked my woman in the eye sockets. I told her straight out. I just said it, man. I said it. I said, bitch, I'm the man of the house.
Yeah, you said bitch, though. You called your wife a bitch.
Yeah.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence in the year of our kiosk. 18 March 2024. Man, I didn't play the Warhorse intro, so that way we could just jump right into it because we were running a little late.
I got you.
So it's like kind of sorry, but gonna have a good show tonight.
I like the year of our kiosk.
The year of our kiosk. That I'm gonna tell you what, man. I fucking those kids. Those poor kids over in fucking Fort Carson, man. The huge sandwich that they all have to eat because the Army wants to make kiosks happen. That's. I'm just. Really? Are we really doing this now? Are we really doing the Just have a good DFAC. What's wrong with having a good DFAC?
I just brought us down right off the intro. It's like if things were going, we were hyped, and then just tanked right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're trying to like freaking okay, so who do we It's like the Army saying, who do we screw over this time with DFACs? You know what I'm saying? It's like, God, who do we somebody said that's why they call it Fort Cartoon. Okay. Fort Cartoon. All right. That's Fort Cartoon. All right. I have personal ties to Fort Carson. I also have personal ties to the 4th Infantry Division. My dad served in 4th ID when he was in 25th ID, and his unit got assigned to them in Vietnam. So I kind of feel kind of like a personal. And then also right before we hit OIF 1, we were there for training with 10th Special Forces Group to do our unconventional warfare mission with the Kurds in Kurdistan in the north. So it's kind of like I feel bad. It's like, you know, it's like when you see I don't know, when you have that family member that's like an asshole to everybody, but you know they're cool, but you're just kind of like trying not to. You're trying not to be mean to your family member. You're trying to like, yeah, we know he's a dick, but still, we still have to, you know. I don't say we got to put up with it, but I just feel bad for the troops at Fort Carson with this kiosk drama, man. Holy crap, dude. Oh. Might as well set up the Dollar General that sells hot dogs from 1967. Yeah, but at least the chow will be constant.
Yeah.
It's sucks. We got a good show tonight. We have Joe Buccino coming back. He's got to catch me up on a bunch of stuff. He's doing news things of excellence that. Well, he's just going to catch me up on current events. He's just here to shoot the shit. He's going to be on here at 9 o'clock EST. See what's everyone's like, Fort Cartoon. Yeah, we got it. Fort Cartoon. Oh, man. What the hell is this? Please kindly send me a friend request and accept it for us to be friends. I can't add you up. What? What is going on? Are we having the bots already?
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 Yeah. You could send me a friend request.
Yeah. What's that?
I've always wanted robot friends.
So, hey, Comfort M. Moss, that's not cool to be harassing our normally you send that stuff in DMs. You don't post it all publicly and shit. Please kindly send me friend requests for me to accept it for us to be friends. I can't add up on you. Wow. That's some interesting English. That's a very interesting English.
All about some bots.
Oh, Amy says, you guys know that we have the Twitter X app up, so we could see all the. Can you see that in the YouTube app as well?
X is right there.
This is right there. Okay, cool.
Be my friend.
Yep, exactly. So we're doing the new tech. We're doing this stuff. It's all CQ's fault actually. He's the one that introduces me into all the tech, and then I said, okay, let's test it. That's why you see like when he has outages and stuff like that, he is literally doing mad scientist tech on streaming. So I don't really feel bad for him, even though Mad Mike breaks balls on him a lot.
Yeah.
One of the things that we were trying to do is to make sure that anybody, if you click on the broadcast on X, and you can comment on there, throw little hearts up and everything. Yeah. And you can see it, and it'll populate. So we're like, CQ's been working on it. He's like, it's not populating. I guess we don't know what's going on. And the next thing you know, I'm like seeing X chat in the chats now. So it's like, that's pretty cool. From your local Nigerian prince. I don't know, man. So hey, Comfort Moss, delete that comment. If you're bothering Heath, man, that's not cool. Comfort Moss. That sounds like a Florida freaking. That sounds like some sort of Florida product used for when you're out in the yard and stuff like that, and you just want to like chill and you have no grass or something like that.
Or it's like a gravity blanket for some fucking person from Louisiana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We know how them Louisianas.
Cajun comfort.
Yeah, some
Comfort moss.
Cajun comfort. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, we know how those motherfucking Asians, Cajuns can be. Whoops, shit. Don't cancel me, please. Say it's Cajun, not Asians. Oh, man, I'm just fucking up tonight.
All right.
Everybody know how come the Twitter accounts went dead just now? Anyways, just kidding. Yeah, them Cajuns. Yeah, them Cajuns. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly that. Sounds like comfort moss. Exactly that. You want some comfort moss?
No, you say it like that, and I start feeling funny.
You can't grow your grass right. Get some comfort moss. Comfort moss. I almost said comfort mosque, dude. What's going on, bro? Since I've been gone, I was speaking multiple language while I was on my hiatus, and man, it's just like I'm just slipping left and right.
Yeah.
Cajuns, yeah, exactly that, Amy. Yeah, Cajuns bad, Asians good. That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Amy's on point.
Yeah. It also sounds like something really like, hey man, I'm gonna go down to the swamp and get me some of that comfort moss at the shack in the corner.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Here's some yeah.
Or that's like a slang too to go get some chicks. Hey man.
Yeah.
Let's go get
the dirty Cajun vagina.
Yeah, exactly. So you know how Ice Cube calls it nappy dugout? I just call it comfort mosque. Just like it's just from Cajun chicks, you know. So instead of so there you go. You just gotta watch out for them. Hey, bro, you gonna get some nappy dugout? No, fuck that, bro. I'm gonna get me some comfort moss.
You know how them Louisiana girls do.
Oh my god. Oh man. So hey, look, Cajuns will just eat it. They'll fry it up exactly, or put pot or ravioli. The pretended Cajuns will put ravioli on their shit. Not vagina. Okay. So hey, real quick, it's kind of like funny when you're seeing the algorithms or you're seeing somebody, you know, we're talking to the team at W.T.F Moments and we're posting shit and you know, we're posting, we have photos of the week. I don't know if you guys know that every Saturday we have photos of the week, which is the Army's chance to show off. These are the pictures that the PAOs ignore from the formation. These are the pictures that also PAOs send us. And because they didn't quite make the cut for their commands or whatever. So we do that feel good every Saturday just to let everybody know that the Army still kicks ass, right?
Right.
Some great submissions. We love it. Not all the submissions can get in there. Understand that, you know, it goes into a big giant pile and, you know, we get so many freaking messages every week and specifically when it's photos of the week.
Yeah.
So we try to mix it up. But we also mix it up too with highlighting leaders and stuff like that now. So there'll be a soldier who'll sit there and say, hey, I got a fucking great leader who does this and who does that and this, and this.
Nice.
And I'm noticing an interesting trend.
What's that?
It's like the audience doesn't like it.
Oh, yeah?
I'll take that back. There is a small portion of our audience that fucking hates on it. That you literally will go and see. Well, let's just pull up for example. Colonel Stewart out of the Fire Center of Excellence, 434 Field Artillery Brigade. Matter of fact, let me window cap this right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Now, there's a lot of soldiers that will say, hey, you know, I freaking, you know, my commander does this or my NCO does that, and I appreciate this, and this. So we highlight the leaders. We highlight those individuals that the soldiers want us to freaking highlight, which I think is fair. I mean, WTF Moments has a pretty good reputation of highlighting WTF Moments, of course, but there's nothing wrong with highlighting a leader here and there. So we've been highlighting leaders.
Yep.
So this one right here is I want to shout out to my brigade commander who just got his ESB, and he specifically told the graders that he didn't want any brogos, and not even, and he even got no-go'd a couple times. Attended the train up like everybody, all the other candidates. I met the standards and left from the front. So it's shit like this. The ESB is the Expert Soldier Badge, which is like the EIB, but for soldiers who are not infantry qualified or not in that realm. I'm kind of like, dude, why the hate?
Yeah.
There's the first thing that fucking comes out. The first thing that I see, specifically on our Instagram, is some SF influencer go, does he make height and weight? Do you know how big fucking Colonel Stewart is? Like, dude, there's some cornbread husky dudes in that special forces too. So don't even fucking sit there and talk shit about a colonel, an 06 who's got some years on him.
Yeah.
And is able to get the ESB with his troops.
Right.
And train up and also their shit. We can't win for losing.
Well, I think it's a combination of modern social media culture, right? It's way more popular to dig into something, to have something to complain about, or to chip a chink in some armor, whatever the case may be. But I think also, and this is just thinking back to my time long ago, military years too, like if I saw a high-ranking person getting celebrated for something, usually a lot of times I was like, I know that guy's a prick. Whose dick did he suck to get those? Like he's this fucking E7 or E8. He's got his nose so far up a fucking 08's asshole to get these extra accommodations. And I think that's that assumption, right? When you see a higher up leader getting tagged up in something, you just assume that he jerks somebody off to get the recognition, which is not a fair assumption. But
well, look, I get it. I understand this. I get it. If there's a conversation to be had about, highlighting somebody who's being doofus, but somebody who's being genuine, for sure. A troop who's being genuine, say, hey, look, this is my leader. This is my troop. This is my, he's me. This is my squad. Hashtag, whatever. This is my squad. Be all you can be. Hashtag, of excellence. It's I get the trash talking. I get it. But dude, if you're going through an ESB exercise, I think part of it is like you have to conduct an APF or ACFT as well. Yeah. You can't just like fail through it. And it's always the guys that are always talking about height and weight. Look, dude, not everybody had the opportunity to go to a fucking gym every fucking day and get jacked like you did. So we got it. We got it. You're stronger and bigger and better than him, but this guy is the leader of artillerists. He's not an SF guy. He's not a fucking Delta guy. He's not whatever. And if you look at his chest, he's already got he's got Jumpmaster. He's got air assault. He's got Pathfinder.
Do you think there's
I think he's got a Ranger tab too.
Yeah. Do you think there's an element though of just kind of even indirect, like, well, fucking my command's shitty, or I haven't had a good leadership or whatever, and so you just see somebody else and you're just like, I just shit on them too. It doesn't fucking matter. Like almost a jealousy type of deal, maybe.
I could see some hate. I could see some hate. I could see some hate, specifically when it's, how do I say this? You're right. I'll be honest with you. This may sound kind of biased, but I'm just saying that I'd rather have a bad day in PSYOP or soft than any day in the big army. That's just the way it is. That's just because of the environment that I've worked in. Just like there's probably individuals in big army that say, I'd rather have a bad day in armor or a bad day in artillery than being, in another unit or something like that. So I could see some of that, but it's Space Force W.T.F moments is even in the chats. They don't even, do they even have, I don't even think they have a badge, don't they? They got like a Space Guardian badge.
I don't know, but they're inherently cooler than the Coast Guard and way fucking good.
U.S. Space Force W.T.F moments says, he's right. It's hard to cheer up for those who make more than you. Not saying that it's right. It's just a natural feeling for an E4. Yeah. The E4 stuff. But if the person who's sending it is an E4 and they're in the suck and the E4 is right there going, man, this blows. Why did my unit make me do this? This sucks. I don't want to do this ESB crap. What the hell's going on with it? And then they look over in the lanes and they see a freaking full bird colonel right there. And then they go, oh, well, shit. I'm not going to fucking get beat by this old guy. I'm yeah, exactly that. Like Baconator said, that dude looks like he curls water buffaloes for fun. You know what I mean? You're going to be like, and I'm not talking about the cows, water buffalo, which is a large trailer it's attached to a 5-ton vehicle that normally holds a lot of water. Not the actual animal.
I'd be impressed with the animal too.
But what I'm saying though is that Colonel Stewart is respected within his organization, is respected within, and that's something too. These posts, these shout outs, they've been sent to U.S. Army W.T.F moments for posting, and their ranks have been staff sergeant and below.
That's awesome.
All you see is so we're trying to grasp to let everybody know, hey, look, A troops, A Joes, A Sarns, there's leaders out there that go out there and get it. Don't feel bad and make sure you put in your PCS award or your request to PCS somewhere. It sucks. You're in a unit that you're fucking just jiving in, and it's just freaking, everything meshes together. Great group of people that you're serving with, and then one PCS's, and then everyone's splits off. So, and then it ruins the leave the women out of Watertown out of this. Those drum boys got it bad enough as it is. I don't know, man. I've seen some of the women in Watertown. Are they that bad? I mean, just saying. There's some. Anyways. But, yeah. So I knew a couple from Watertown, and they didn't look like they were. They didn't look like they fulfilled the rep of Watertown. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So. But anyways, yeah. So I don't understand. You can't satisfy anyone, which is why if you don't like it, you can fucking unfollow the page or whatever. But if there's a troop that wants to highlight their leader and they're out there getting it, and they're and that's really pretty much the gist of the comment was there was some other stuff that we want to make sure that we don't highlight, but in explaining that's what it was. It's like soldiers like, fuck man, this blows. I got to do this. This is tasking. This shit sucks and all that. And then you look over to your left or your right and you're like, holy shit, that's a colonel. He's doing the same shit I'm doing. He's out here sucking with me. Who could task a colonel, man? If he's out here with me, then damn, even a colonel's not safe. Yeah. So, and he made the example. So that right there is showing to everybody that, hey, look, I get the pay grade stuff and I get the pay and all that, but I mean, come on, really? What are you don't want to do the ESP? What else were you going to do? Were you going to sit in the motor pool?
Yes.
But yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? That's the other thing too. It's like, the further you step back from the Army as being a retiree, you're starting to see things like, that's Army stuff though. That's they made me go and do work on the vehicles. Okay, well, what's your job? Well, we work on Bradley fighting vehicles. All right, cool. You kind of go to that's kind of like your go-to, right? You're supposed to work on those vehicles. Oh, and then we got to go to the field. Yeah, but maybe if you go to the field, that's how you learn to use the Bradley. Or you guys are a bunch of bootlickers. I hate this page, and then they fucking block us. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, you can't win. Yeah, you can't fucking win. So we'll keep posting the feel good stuff. If a soldier wants a shout out to their leaders, then we'll definitely do that. There's another one in here where he did a shout out, and I think we got another one coming up posted too. But I'm just saying, man, there's nothing wrong with your troops. We will go out of our way. Hey, Sarns, hey, Joes, if you guys are listening to the WTF Nation, you want to watch, or you're seeing this right now and you just saw that, or you follow the page and you've seen all the, hey, I want to give a shout out. Hey, man. Then, there you go. Justin says misery loves company. Yeah, exactly. Like Massey said, just a bunch of fucking hate. So it's just like, oh, it's ridiculous. So anyways, I just wanted to open that monologue with that drama. Because it's been a bloodbath. Did you hear about the bloodbath comments now that's been going on, all trending all over the news?
What?
Bloodbath, bloodbath, bro. I can't. God, man, my English, bro.
I'm not judging you too much.
No, I know you guys. I appreciate you guys putting up with my English second language stuff. But Jesus, man. So apparently, Trump did a fucking comment and made it. Talked about the fucking, the auto industry. And then he says, if you don't vote for me, it's going to be a bloodbath and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Naturally, of course, everybody lost their shit thinking that they're now going to say that if you don't elect me, there's going to be a bloodbath, but only took out that portion. Just like when they made their comments about, when he was talking about MS-13, they're a bunch of rapists, thugs, and animals.
Right. And
then they re-added their little, they added their narrative. Saying that, Trump is dog, he hates riddle. He did what he called that the Muslim ban. They did the Muslim ban. So now, everybody, dude, everything has been freaking on. And it was, exactly that, D-Max. It was fucking clipped as hell. And it was just, sounds like Ice was curling a water buffalo with his tongue. Oh, hey, Baconator. Kings don't kiss and tell. I'm just telling you right now. We don't. No, we don't. I don't.
Got a little comfort moss on the corner of your mouth there.
You got some comfort moss on me, right? Oh, hey, hang on, man. Ooh, man, comfort moss. So much pleasure in my mouth. Yeah. I've been waiting to say that so I could play the soundbite. Such love, such joy, such ecstasy. So much pleasure in my mouth. Anyways, my point being is that bloodbath was clipped to as all hell and removed out of context. Now we freaking exactly that hashtag partial news. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. 70s porn comfort moss. Ooh, comfort moss.
Like it.
I could just imagine a fucking flipping some channels and watching a fucking inappropriate commercial that you normally watch on a sports show, and all of a sudden you say, "Mom, what's comfort? When comfort moss comes in, what do you do?" "Well, honey, when comfort moss comes in for me, I like to take it. You know, this is the new medicine. You know, Mom, does your comfort moss grow out of control?"
Your dad loves the comfort moss.
Oh man, I know my daughter's gonna fucking DM me, "Dad, shut up," you know. My childrens do listen once in a while, so I know I got family members there too. So, but it's hilarious. I'm sorry, comfort moss, if that's your real name. But anyway, so bloodbath has now been trending in social media and also been trending elsewhere. That it's been taken out of and every single freaking like news corporation picked it up and started saying, "Oh, bloodbath. Oh, it's a bloodbath." Mm-hmm. Dude, what really? I mean,
and it's starting, and it's going to get better and better and better and better and better the closer. The more 2024 rolls on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. So again, I always laugh is that they taken that so out of fucking context. Again, I'm no fan of either fucking candidate running for fucking office right now, Trump or fucking Biden. It's just like one of those, like you were saying before. It's like lesser of two evils. Who you gonna fucking grab or pick, or you're just gonna write yourself in.
Yeah. Fuck them all 2024.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck them all 2024. I love that ball cap. Is that you selling that shit, or was that? Oh, well, dude,
that was a Reddit. I put the link in the
no,
thing.
That was that was a TikTok. That was a TikTok.
It was in the TikTok shop. It's a TikTok shop.
Oh,
item.
But you have to have a TikTok account to order it.
I could possibly find it elsewhere. I was too lazy to look. That's where I'd seen it, so that's where I shared it. It is a great hat, though.
It is a good hat. Fuck them all 2024. Exactly that.
Yeah. Order it straight from,
Yeah.
China.
Again, so everyone is been blasting this freaking bloodbath thing, and I just think it's exactly won't be on TikTok soon, probably. Yeah. I'm sorry. I only get the TikTok videos from our TikTok specialists, you, Spanky, and Mom, Amy. You guys are the ones that do it, so I'm not gonna. But anyways, but the bloodbath thing just got so freaking. It is. I'm just like, dude, did you not hear what he said? He wasn't. I saw the whole speech because people fucking always like, "Hey, did you see the speech?" I'm like, "No, what did he say?" He said it's a bloodbath, and he said he's gonna like. Oh, this is threatening. He's again, man, he's fucking seeking violence, motherfuckers. I'm telling you, it's fucking hilarious to see individuals lose their shit about violence and saying this is a violence and they're speaking violence and spreading violence. But then you see some of their other TikToks or other videos or stitches, like you want to call it, stitch coming. You got a stitch coming. Did you see them? You see them what? They're the ones that are threatening violence if you don't accept their way of life or whatever. Yes. It sounds like a very terrible women's only jacuzzi at the spa, but it's not. At least it's not goat yoga.
Baconator can eat a dick. Goat yoga is awesome. I hate yoga, but goat yoga is the shit.
Is it really?
Look at all these baby goats that just run around. They jump on you, climb on you, and stuff.
Oh, I thought you were like talking about like actual, how drunken monkey Shaolin or some shit like that, or some sort of.
I'm assuming it's talking about goat yoga, where you have the little baby goats. Like I said, I don't do yoga. I hate yoga.
Yeah,
I like baby goats.
So, anyways, let me try to find out. Let me try to find out where this fucking hoax is at. I don't want to play Trump shit though, but I just will say that watch the video and judge for yourself. The comment, there you go. How about that? The comment that he made that everyone's associating a tie to a bloodbath. Everyone seems to think it's a connection to the election that has to do with everybody else has been. There's even a montage. Somebody even posted a montage, a bloodbath montage of everybody else saying the same thing too. Do I think it's fucking cringe on what both fucking both candidates are doing? Fuck yeah, dude. Cringe as shit. But bloodbath, it's not no.
I just assume they're running low on adrenochrome, and that's what the whole bloodbath is coming in. They need more, so they're gonna have to start slaughtering innocents.
Man, I don't. You trying to make Alex Jones call on the show and stuff like that. Where's the guy who ate ice? Is that your kid? Tell him to shut up. No, that's not true.
Illuminati, man, feeding off our fears.
Yeah.
Vision.
No, tinfoil was rocking hard, man. Because, dude, let me see. Okay, I did. Okay, I'm fucking. Let me fucking. I'll window cap this shit right here so y'all can see the bloodbath thing. Because I don't want to fucking play this shit. But god damn it. So there's the article said of whatever that everyone's been running about, him saying bloodbath.
Mexico has taken over a
here's his
period
video.
of 30 years, 34% of the automobile manufacturing business in our country. Think of it, went to Mexico. China now is building a couple of massive plants where they're going to build the cars in Mexico and they think that they're going to sell those cars into the United States with no tax at the border. Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us. No, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole, that's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it. But they're not going to sell those cars. They're building massive factories. A friend of mine, Okay,
that was it.
Yeah, I was focused on John Belushi there in the red tie behind him.
John Belushi in the background, yeah. You ain't lying. He does kind of look like John Belushi.
Yeah.
Man, look at he's like sitting around. Look at he's like looking around, dude. What are you doing?
So the Blues Brothers just got the black tie.
Yeah, but it looks like it looks like it could be a mix between John Belushi and Jack Black. Look at that right there. Look at that look.
Illegitimate love child. Yeah.
Exactly.
My main thing with Trump is I want to know, why does he wear his baseball hat like he's a 4-year-old wearing his dad's hat? Right? He's a giant dude and he wears his hat like it's 4 sizes too big, and and it might just be the angle, but every time I've seen him, it looks like his hat is way too big and it bothers me. I wouldn't vote for him just because of the hat thing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find the fucking montage where the bloodbath portion is, where everyone's like bloodbath, super cut bloodbath. Yeah, be there Sunday when Donald Trump says bloodbath. You'll pay for the siege of you only need the urge. Let me see if there's a bloodbath supercut. Somebody said there was, so I guess I just got to do is there's somebody in here that typed bloodbath a bunch of times here too.
You remember from the earlier, more pure days of the internet, the Gregory brothers, the guys that did the auto-tune the news stuff.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I miss them. They should. I want an auto-tuned bloodbath montage.
Montage was just bloodbath.
With some relaxing, catchy pop tune.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Oh, or we could do it to some of the we could do some of the comments with our little. You just do like this. There's a little beat going on and shit. And it's time for the bloodbath. Sorry. I wonder how many psychologists will vote for him. Are those stormtrooper heads in the background? Yes, those are stormtrooper heads. Actually, I have more on the other wall that I'm going to build into, so you're going to see a shitload of stormtrooper heads in a minute. Yes, those are stormtrooper heads. That's a stormtrooper head. See, Stitch coming. He has stormtrooper heads in the background, and he's got Kylo Ren's helmet right there too. So, at any rate, what was I gonna say? Yeah, okay. So I found the bloodbath. So I can't shoot. No, it was a trick. Nah, man, don't even go there. I can't shoot.
Read the shirt, man. Read the shirt. All psychological warfare.
Exactly. It's all psychological.
You're being psyoped right now.
Right now, as we speak, you're being psyoped. You're getting bloodbathed. You're getting blood-bathed. Blood bath. Anyway, so here's the super cut.
Let's do it.
Trump can't say bloodbath, but everybody else can say it.
Reports tonight on the, quote, bloodbath at the RNC.
Headlines calling it a, quote, bloodbath.
Be a bloodbath. Not only is it going to be a bloodbath, but after they leave New Hampshire, it's a bloodbath on her home turf. That's really tough.
Trump has left a lot of corpses in his wake. I mean, we can count the bodies
as part of the, quote, MAGA drive to take over Maricopa County. And the headline refers to it as an impending bloodbath.
Columnist Charles Blow has a new piece for the New York Times entitled A Biden Bloodbath.
2018 midterms, you can bet that they 100% are fearing a slaughter. In fact, the word bloodbath and massacre come up frequently.
The Republican Party will be destroyed. It's going to be a bloodbath.
There's going to be a bloodbath one way or the other.
Bloodbath for Bernie Sanders.
It's been a bloodbath there, shaping up to be a bloodbath.
Head off a bloodbath in next year's crucial midterm.
Off-year elections are often a bloodbath.
This week's bloodbath for Democrats.
a bloodbath at the ballot box.
There could be a Republican bloodbath.
They'll talk about a bloodbath.
It's a bloodbath. I have to talk about you. And
It's going to be a bloodbath all day long.
Is in for a bloodbath.
Hasn't been a bloodbath on the way down.
Donald Trump bloodbath.
Be a bloodbath.
Predicted to be a bloodbath.
May not be the bloodbath.
It would be a bloodbath.
More of a bloodbath. It's going to be a bloodbath in November.
Possible Biden bloodbath this November.
A bloodbath on Wall Street.
There's going to be a bloodbath
in Alabama into a bloodbath.
Obviously, there was a bloodbath.
It was a bloodbath. We're down 800 points.
This bloodbath at Department of Homeland Security.
and it's a bloodbath today.
There was going to be this bloodbath.
Election bloodbath.
It could be a bloodbath for them.
Bloodbath, possibly.
Bloodbath that went through with the Attorney General.
Bloodbath 99 days out.
The bloodbath is going to look like
Presided over a bloodbath in the diplomatic corps.
Okay, I'll stop there. I think about a minute. I think almost 2 minutes of bloodbath.
So much bloodbath.
So much bloodbathing.
Such a bloodbath. Yeah.
It's like, well, just like Phil Pips just said, bloodbath, murder cult. Oh, man. In other news, luminol sales skyrocket. Ooh. Luminol. Man, that sounds like a freaking, that's an old, you know, watching, what was that? Was that Murder Mysteries and shit? You ever watched that on Netflix? All those. Dude, everyone calls the History Channel the Hitler Channel because all they do is show Nazi shit, and
right.
So it's the same thing with the Netflix. It's turning into a murder crime, everything documentary, murder crime, or ancient aliens.
So much true crime.
So much. Yeah. I don't know, man. This freaking ancient alien stuff though, that gets you thinking.
I'm ready for the disclosure. I'm ready for it to come out. Say, yeah, dude, aliens have been here for fucking 75 years now.
Yeah, they've been hanging out, and some of them have actually intermingled and no, not CSI. There's another show that's I think I remember. It's like, well, there's a bunch of them actually. You can look for.
There's a ton, yeah.
But it always seems like another one starts up or something like that. And
all I'm saying is you can't tell me that human beings actually came up with this shit. That's just on their own. It's just not possible.
You don't think so?
I've met enough humans to know that we collectively did not make this shit. We reverse engineered this off of something.
Do you really think that we had some assistance?
I think we might have. I don't know.
I mean, I don't want to.
I'd rather we have this because if we found some shit and reverse engineered it and came up with something like this, that would make me feel much better to think about than we have on our own the capability of doing this. And this is what we fucking did with it.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. And we're still struggling to get back to the moon.
Yeah.
That's the thing that trips me out. Is like we have each individual person has enough computing power within their phone to send off a mission into space. And yeah, exactly that. Pip said Steve Jobs was an alien.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get canceled? Can we get canceled? Is that gonna be like? Are we gonna get like a community note on our X video?
I think more than likely he had a bunch of like alien, like intergalactic aliens as some type of prisoners as holding, that he was holding. It was like, I want all of you guys to make this for me. This is what I want.
Ooh, that's a good. Ooh, I like that theory. That's probably why you notice there's a lot of things that have to do with like individuals who do great shit. You always find out that they're dying of cancer or something like that because, like there's some sort of meteorological, radiological connection to some of the tech that we have. Like in other words, there's a legend out there that the Ark of the Covenant is in Aksum, Ethiopia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that every person who is the minder of the Ark of the Covenant is ages rapidly, and they don't they don't have a very long life. And I'm just wondering if that is like an alien type of connection.
Yeah.
With radiation and stuff like. I mean, you bring up a good point, because then Steve Jobs, working with some alien tech that probably put off some pretty good amount of radiation that probably got him. I could go. That's some good tinfoil right there. That is some really good fucking tinfoil, due to the fact that people are going to start talking about. I'm spreading conspiracy theories about Steve Jobs and Ethiopia, and the Christians are going to come after me for saying, you don't think the Ark of the Covenant is real. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that legend has it. It is reported as.
Where do you think we get 5G from?
Yeah, exactly that.
The Ark.
Yeah, exactly. Or the Ark is moving around and shit. You know what I mean? Directly related to burn pits, but still not service connected. Yeah, exactly that. Hey, fill out this burn pit registry, but we're not going to let you claim anything for having it, even though we're saying that there's a connection to some ailments that veterans are going through due to burn pits. We're not going to give you any. We're just going to say it's connected, but we're not going to pay you. I want a spaceship painted white with a splattered blood paint job and a Mopar sticker. What are you going to call it? Bloodbath? It's a new monster truck at the Monster Jam featuring Bloodbath. Actually, I think there is a truck that is called Bloodbath on the Monster Jam. Yeah. Seriously, I might have to research that right quick. Hang on.
I'll look it up right quick.
Yeah, go for it. Do the Googleizers.
As I look up at my monitor up here, so I look like you can see it in my nose. It's
yeah,
fantastic.
I was about to say, you get that big G monitor going. But anyways. So again, going full Serenity. Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
There's a game called Monster Truck Bloodbath. That would be down in CQ's lane right there, I guess.
Well, I'm just wondering, because Monster Jam trucks, they all have their name. I know my boy, the lower ranking, the youngest, he is all up. He's all up on the trucks. He will, hey, did you, there's a new toy coming out. There's like Black Pearl and Black Panther and Hooked and Gravedigger and Iron Man. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? There was Bone Shaker, Stone Crusher.
I remember Bone Shaker, Stone Crusher. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm trying to find Bloodbath. I don't see Bloodbath.
Because in the 80s, it was all about Bigfoot.
It was all about Bigfoot. Yes, it was about It was about Bigfoot, and his contemporary rival, Gravedigger.
Yeah,
those two were like the biggest monster trucks. Matter of fact, let me pull it up for you guys in case you guys monster truck fans. So we can look together.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, there we go. I don't see Bloodbath anywhere.
Yeah, I didn't see Bloodbath. I saw a video game named Bloodbath for Monster Truck.
Yeah, I don't see it in here. Brutus, Dragon, Earthshaker. El Toro, of course, the fan favorite Gravedigger has now become more of the popular monster truck.
There probably was a Bloodbath until this last Trump speech, and then they had to redact it off of the website for PR reasons.
They didn't want to offend anybody. They didn't want anybody to get upset. There's Rage. I think Bone Shaker. There's Shaker, and I think Bone Shaker was retired from the monster truck. Yeah.
Heaven forbid you offend a monster truck fan.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like 75% of Trump's demographic.
Exactly that. Oh my God. Could you imagine if there was a monster truck called like MAGA Shaker or some shit like that?
Oh my God.
Oh man. Hey, I'm telling you what, these politicians they suck at grabbing their demographics though. It's fucking hilarious.
You just call that shit the Capital Crusher.
Call it the insurrectionist. Oh, oh my God. We talked about Gravedigger. Yeah, going full surrender. We talked about Gravedigger. Yeah, Gravedigger is like.
I just picture a line of fucking cars like they jump at each one with like a little Capitol dome on the top of each one.
Oh, yeah, exactly that. Or just call it J6. Oh man, Son of a Digger. Wow. Okay, that's an interesting name. Velociraptor, Thor. I'm looking at this I'm looking right from the Monster Jam website. So yeah,
I know. That one just clicked.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what? Soldier of Fortune, Black Ops. It's Soldier of Fortune. Yeah, because I think they retired Bone Shaker. I can't remember what it was because that's one of my my son's favorite. Bone Shaker, Gravedigger. He's not much of a Bigfoot fan, actually. He likes there's Maximum. I think Maximum Overdrive. Maximum Overdrive is the one I think that that did the backflip for the first time, that broke a world record for flipping, all this stuff. Don't forget Buffalo Head Dude. Who's the Buffalo Head Dude? Don't forget Buffalo. Who you talking about? Buffalo Head Dude. What are you talking about? I'm looking at the monster trucks right now. I don't see it. Ramunition. Hey. Oh my.
On so many levels.
Yes. Oh, Raminator. Hey, I could relate. Hey. Play off of my last name as a monster truck. Let's see what this baby looks like. Raminator. Oh, girl.
Oh my God, that made me think. So my son is.
Oh, it's a Dodge Ram. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Hey, there you go.
There you go.
So my son's, almost 14. He was in his room playing some Fortnite game with his friends, and every now and then I just like to listen in just to see, what jamming, because it's a lot of times hilarious. And I hear him say, "Guys, if you could go back in time and bang one hot girl from history, who would it be?" And then I hear him, they're just cackling, laughing, whatever. And all he goes, "Okay, if it was me, I'd go back and hit up Queen Elizabeth and get some." Ken said, "Go back and get some of that Queen Elizabeth pussy." And I was like, "Oh my God."
Oh man. Well, I'm telling you what, man. Hearing conversations when my daughter used to play Halo, because she was a Halo fan, and she used to wreck dudes in the chats and in the game, because she had her armor all white and pink, and then she had little cat ears on top of her helmet, and freaking, it was just hilarious. All these guys just shit talking, and she's sniping them from from across the map and shit. And she's just trash talking. I'm like, God, oh, you got beat by a girl. Yeah, whatever. Oh yeah. Well, you're just a girl. You're not supposed to. Yeah, but I got beat by you. Ha ha ha. That's the only way a girl's gonna be on top of you. I'm like, God damn it, hey, kid, knock it off. Chill out. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, woo. Oh yeah, so but my youngest he plays, but he doesn't hook up his mic. So people are, and I have it on my Xbox to where when he's playing, and you unplug it, you can hear the people chatting in the room. So they're pissed at him. He's only freaking he's not even 10 years old and shit. And these guys are like seriously hardcore gamers that are going off. You suck. You don't know how to play. And there's my little guy playing World of Tanks, and you see you just shooting targets they don't want him to shoot. It's like, God, man. Let me look at some of these other trucks. Yeah, I don't see Bloodbath in here.
That sounds like a franchising or an opportunity to make some money in the monster truck game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but bust out Bloodbath. You know what I mean? And it's wearing a big giant MAGA hat. Oh man. Let's see what else. All right, yeah. So I was gonna see if there was. No, I don't see Monster Damn Trucks. I wonder if there's like an offshoot. Sorry, man. I think it's funny that everyone's losing their shit about Bloodbath.
That's great.
Everyone's like, nope. There's a Kayla Blood. She's a monster truck driver. But yeah, she's not he's a shit talker. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, the little guy, he talks shit. Bloodbath sponsored by. Yeah, who's it sponsored by? I don't know. Are we like edging on close to being almost like making,
I'm sure you get a super pack.
Yeah, what to say, making some anatomy jokes, shit, and people are gonna get mad because we're talking about Bloodbath. What happens when the Gravedigger drives through Central Park? Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that's a good one. So, all right. So I think we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
So that way Joe Buccino can come rolling in here and shoot in the breeze and see what's up. We'll see what's up. Yeah, sponsored by Temptations. So anywho, we'll be right back. And so everyone refill your glasses, take a hit at the head. Smoke them if you got them, or smoke them if you're watching. It doesn't matter. We'll be right back. Shouts.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue. Jackies and TV addicts. Don't mean to this, don't mean to bring static. Or you cling onto your grandma's house. Grab your backstreet friend and get loud. Blowing doors off hinges. Grab you with the pinches. And no, I didn't retire. I'll snatch it off with the needle nose pliers.
With the evil you never seen before. Gliding in the glaze and I don't think like a racing with the bass so not goofy like they're in a hate so I'm a pop making your night with practice me running that you know all right. We'll drive our ships to new land. Fight the home, sing and cry. Valhalla, I am coming. Remain calm, no alarm, cause my form ain't fast. So what's up with that? I got friends and family that I respect. When I think I'm too good, they put me in check. Don't believe when I say I'm no better than you. Except when I rap, so I guess it ain't true like that, Joel, and you just don't stop. Guaranteed to make your body rock.
Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out.
Say that was the condition. I'm a man that's on a mission. Said son, you better listen. Stuck in your wall is an electrician. Like the scientist. When I'm applying this method of controlling my mind like eyes on a rat that you comply. Now hey nigga, but now what the deal? I didn't know you go for that mass appeal. So I'm calling to Lucci, some my potato. I stole your mic, but you won't see it later. Cause I work magic like I'm magician. I add up the mathematician of the bank cashier, engineer. I wear cotton and I don't wear shirt. Always sleeping.
She say I'm an abracadabra. In the whip, I'm gonna cruise past ya. Don't money, don't jump yourself. Put that back on the shelf. Blaze blazing, yeah, I phase in. My crew's amazing. We're working on the record, y'all, so just stay patient. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out. Check it out. What's it all about? Work it out. Let's turn this party out.
Now I go by the name of the King Admiral. I don't wear a cup nor a job. I bring it that's beyond bizarre, like Miss Piggy. And I am the one with the clientele. You say I'd rock, you rock so well. I got class like pink champagne. Let's see, ain't got the microphone, the mic goes stale. Always see.
Facebook Live. I've never heard of this shit.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Back live with our friend Joe Buccino. What's up, big man?
What's up, bro?
Man, long time no talk. How have you been?
Well, I mean that in real life too, man.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay considering.
You good?
Yeah. It took me, you know my story. What happened? Well, I told the audience what happened too as well.
You did? Okay.
Oh yeah, a while back. Yeah. When I first came back on in the beginning of the month. Yeah. So just grinding. You know what I mean? Just picking up and it's hard. It's hard to talk about because it's like at that point, losing a family member, you just kind of get a little. You get deflect. It's like a shock. It's like a fucking. You get hit in the side of the head and your bell's rung and you're like, whoa, what's going on? You know what I mean? It takes a minute to get back to your battle rhythm. It takes a minute to want to talk to people again. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, man. I didn't want to bring it up, man. I just
no, it's okay. It's okay. Now, we could talk about it now, but when it happened back, now. So
yeah.
But
all right.
But
well, look, I'm not gonna look at the comments because you don't want me to do that, right?
Well, some of the comments are saying, Joe, you need a new background. I think the comments have been pretty calm.
I know, dude. I'm doing the best I can. I'm in a hotel. I wanted to do it outside. But it's freezing here where I am. I'm in Wichita, Kansas, which is if you've ever been there.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You better up being in Fort Hood.
Yeah, I lost my heart in Kansas. So there you go.
Yeah. I
think I've lost my heart in Kansas, Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina, Germany, Italy, France, but that's another story. That's But at any
That's
rate,
why I'm not reading the comments. I need a better background. I'm doing the best I can. First of all, it's a radio show.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a radio show.
Yeah, so people can watch it or listen to it. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But anyhow,
yeah, man.
How have you been, man? I know you said you wanted to come back here and catch everybody up with a lot of events and what you've been up to and all that. So.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm working hard. I do Fox News on occasion. People see me on that.
Yes.
Talking about the Middle East. Now I'm doing more of Ukraine than the Middle East, which is good.
Oh yeah. Oh no. You're not getting away from this, buddy. You're like a family. You're like a family staple now. You're as soon as we started, as soon as I saw you when I was away, handling my brother's effects, and that's when I was like, oh my God, that's Joe. Wait, yeah. There's no way that's. There's no way that's freaking Joe Buccino. And then sure as shit, hostage freedom is a win for all parties involved. And I mean, I'll fast forward it right there so that we can see your smiling face and just doing all that Fox News, and that's cool as shit.
Yeah, I've got it's interesting. From that one, that was one of the first ones I did. I've gotten a lot better at what they're looking for. What they're looking for is more of a stately perspective, not talking with your hands and kind of looking head on at the camera. And so I went through I kind of trained myself to do it to what they're looking for. And I've gotten a lot better at and also, delivering, for Fox News, it's about distilling news down to about 20 seconds. They give you about 20 seconds to answer what they're asking you, then go on to the next thing. And so I've gotten better at getting in and out of those sound bites.
Well, my biggest thing is that's why I don't like, I don't say I don't like, but that's why I like long form interviews and stuff. I like long form because you get to tell me what you want, or you get to tell me what you feel, and you're not like, all right, hey, thanks, Joe. We'll see you later. Well, thank you for your 20 seconds, and we're going on break. Unless you say something that like really gets them, oh, what did you just say? And then that's what I've noticed too, is you'll say something and then someone else will ask another question. Wait, so are you saying that blah, blah, blah? And that's when I notice, because every time now I just go on, if I want to see Joe Buccino talking on Fox News, and I'll just go ahead and just like type in Joe Buccino, Fox News, and then watch all your interviews.
Yeah, man. What's the kiosk thing? I'm not up on that.
What's the kiosk thing? Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So the Army's going to start moving away from DFACs, and of course, I'm probably going to have somebody scream at me and say, "No, that's fake news." The Army's moving away from DFACs. Their mentality is that we're better to do these kiosks because the DFACs aren't being they're not being attended to. They're not being no one's going to them. No one there's the eat to troop ratio is not there. So some of the DFACs have been closed. And so they've been establishing these kiosk stuff. This kiosk is basically, I don't know, it's like when you go to a gas station and you see the little food stand right there, a little freezer right there when you're getting your you're getting your gas or you're getting whatever, you have to use the bathroom. They have these little food places, so it's basically like commissary. I don't know, dude. Just to me, I'm not a fan of the kiosk idea.
Fresh food? I'm not up on this. Is it fresh food?
See, that's the thing. It is, but it isn't. Like in some instances, it is fresh food. Some instances, it is. And of course, people get. We're partnered now with Hots and Cots. I don't know if you know about them. They're the.
I did see that.
What's that? Yeah. So now we're partnered with them, and they're and we're issuing out our first newsletter coming up, and it's going to get posted soon. And basically it's everything that has to do with facilities, everything that has to do with whether it be a DFAC, whether it be barracks, whether it be or your workplace. You could have something going on in like a hangar or something like that. I get the intent. I get the attempt. I get the intent as well. I think soldiers, if they're talking about the whole holistic health bullshit that the Army likes to push out in their doctrine, the H2F stuff, and they're trying to connect a healthy nutritional food, it ain't going to work with it ain't going to work with the way we're doing it. It's almost like anytime the Army tries to touch something that's commercial, they will somehow screw it up. And so sometimes the food will run out at a specific kiosk, and this is primarily at Carson. Specific food items will run out and then it has to get notified. It's just like, hey, fucking it needs to get refilled or something like that. And again, I personally don't think that the Army should be going to kiosks. They should be continuing the DFACs, staffing the DFACs as opposed to using these. I don't know, it just seems like it's just like, I don't know, gaping head wound type shit, putting a Band-Aid on a gaping head wound.
Did you read that Davis Winky series of articles about suicides in the tank brigades?
Yes, we posted those stories. You're talking about the Broken Track Project.
Yeah. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, and of course, Fourth ID comes right back up again in that, and I just and it's not just. Here's another thing too. I don't think beating up Fourth ID for a systemic issue in the armor community. Third IDs like that. First ADs like that, first IDs like that as well. It's not just, it's more of the armor community like Davis.
You think 1st Armor Division has those problems in Fort Bliss?
Oh, no doubt. Burned out? I mean, come on. All these guys doing these rotations? Come on. You know the deal. These rotations are a fucking joke. I personally think that we should not be doing these rotations at all. If anything else.
You know what I think? You know what I think? I feel like, and I wonder if the nation will agree with me on this, is that in the airborne community and in the infantry community, the object is the soldier, right? So in the airborne, you get on the ground, you find your fellow paratrooper, okay? Like the object is the fitness of the soldier.
Correct.
The object is the soldier. The soldier has to be able to fight. In the tank community, in these tank installations in Fort Hood, the object is the tank. The tank has to be beautiful, right? It has to be dress in the motor pool. The parts have to be hung. It has to be clean. It's the tank. And I think it detracts from focusing on the welfare of the soldier, and just everything's about the tank. Like, you fucking die for the tank. You fucking, you throw your soldiers at taking care of that tank. And it's just a different, I wonder if those leaders grow up with I don't really know this, right? I don't know this, but I'm just saying, I just wonder if those leaders grow up with a different mentality about raising and caring for soldiers. What do you think?
I think so. I think personally, it all started when we moved armor to Fort Moore. I didn't hear about this shit when I was, you know what I mean? I didn't hear about, I did not know, or we did not know, I should say I as in the Army or whatever. We didn't hear about this shit. We didn't hear about suicides being being an issue with, but then again, we had armored divisions stationed in Europe. We had armored divisions and a corps that oversaw those organizations. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's everyone's like, oh, I don't know why we're doing this. I don't know why we're having such a rash of suicides. Where's the mentality coming from? Well, yeah, you could go ahead and just say that the removal of those two large formations out of Europe was probably the catalyst to it. Was probably the start of the, because Davis even tried to get out of the Pentagon and the Army about our dwell time. And for a fact from your former, one of your former bosses, you didn't fuck around with dwell. And now that I guess the letter has expired, or the memorandum or whatever has expired, and I will say this, that Davis did knock out a great article. As a matter of fact, I'm going to window cap it for everybody to see, and you can see it as well. Is that he had, broke it down by number between specific MOSs and timeframes, and you can see right up there, it's the tanks, it's a tanker, and then it's the artillerists, and then it's the NBC and the Chucks, the 11 Charlies, and so it seems like you're looking at the top 10, and every one of those MOSs that you see right there are in those divisions that are doing these fucking rotations.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we just started doing them. I mean, it just, these rotation stuff just started kicking off. And I think Davis also uncovered the fact that there's now congressional interest in why we don't have any permanently stationed forces in Europe again, like we used to. Used to be able to drive in Germany and find what they call Kaserne, find a post in Germany. And you could drive and say, oh, okay, I'm going to go from Heidelberg to Nuremberg. Okay, along the way there's going to be small military installations, whether it be signal, MI, for you to stop off or whatever. Now you're hearing about soldiers in Germany, like the permanent party guys. They're hitting us in the inbox saying, bro, these guys doing these rotations are, dude, they're under GO number 1. I mean, we got families and people are stationed here. There's, I don't know what that drive is. I know for a fact a lot of it, everybody's tired. That's what it is too. A lot of it is everybody is freaking tired of these rotations. They get back, they do a rotation, and the amount of leave, like legit, there's a unit that came back from Korea, and we got in the inbox that they're only going to give them like 9 days of leave because they're about ready to head off for fucking NTC, which is the same thing that Davis brought up in his article as well. So, so it again, the top 10 as you see right there, and armor leading the way. And then of course, the rest of it, the rest to the 20 is, 13 Fox, 91, 31 Intel. It's incredible numbers. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, man, I can't believe we still have this problem, bro.
Again, is it a fact? Someone asked me the question. Is it like you just did? What is it? Where did it start? If I want to be, I don't know, cynical, or I want to be, only because I'm a hater on moving tanks from Knox to Fort Moore, that we should just, you didn't notice any of these issues back in the day when, armor was at Knox. You didn't, you didn't hear about all this stuff when we were doing. There was no rotations. You and your family got orders to go get stationed in Würzburg, Germany, or Kitzingen, or Wiesbaden, or Bad Kreuznach, right? And you got orders to go, and you and your whole family picked up and moved, and you fell into an organization that was right there. It wasn't hey, I'm going to Fort, I'm going to Fort Moore, and my unit in 3rd ID just got we just got told that we're going right back to Poland.
Yeah.
But we just got back, you know what I mean? We just got back and doing another exercise. So now, is it a generation thing? Is it a generation thing when it comes to the reception of the individuals that are serving by the leaders that think they're doing okay, but they're actually not? You know what I mean? Is there a disconnect there?
Yeah.
That's another question too.
Yeah. Well, hey, he wrote a hell of an article, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know.
No. He wrote a damn good article on it.
Yeah.
He also posted the fact that the Army, again, with the dwell stuff, their Army's not talking about it. Their Army's not talking, or they're saying it's classified.
They gave a terrible response.
Yeah, exactly. I was about ready to say, the comms point of view, we fucking know the dwell. All you have to do, I'll say this, guys in the audience, guys and gals in the audience, anytime the Army Times posts a patch chart deployment, so-and-so's announced to go this. It's always in the Army Times. You always see it. You'll see a big, huge first cav patch, and it'll say, so-and-so's replacing so-and-so and to do what? We literally just had another one. 4th ID just got back, and they're being ripped by 3CR. You can put 2 to 2 together, and you don't need to have it say it's classified, or you don't even need to say that it's confidential or CUI, whatever the new freaking acronym for it. But I don't buy it. You can easily put together a patch chart. I'm pretty sure if you get Grok on AI to do it, hey, what is the patch chart, or what is the in-betweens? That's the only thing I'd use AI for, because I'm not smart in math. So I'd say, like, okay, so what's the dwell time? If the dwell time's this ratio to that ratio, and you have this unit going to rotate into Europe, how many times are they boots on the ground home before, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So James Woodlam's asking, what article are you referring to? We're referring to the Broken Track project that was posted on the Army Times and also U.S. Army WTF Moments, and it started. I think the post was last week, Thursday.
Yeah,
It was a three-parter. Baconator says you blame Common Core math. No, dude, I don't blame that. I don't have nothing to do with Common Core math. I don't like math, no matter what. So, what do you think? What do you think of response? What do you think of the Army's response to that? To Davis is fucking, that's classified shit.
That was awful. I mean, they could have, had a statement of empathy. They could have, we're doing everything we can. We're looking into suicides. Awful. Just from a human perspective, you would think that they would have something to say about this, that, they get the Chief of Staff of the Army to put together 2 sentences from General Randy George. We're looking into this, we're take all suicide seriously. You'd think they'd have something to say about it.
Right.
That surprised me, even for Army PAO.
What? Even as an Army,
even for a PAO, that surprised me.
even as a PAO.
It was just,
Now, do you think that policy that Mattis put out back in the day when it came to that dwell? I mean, do you think it should have been? Because here's my thing, is that it looked like, and that's a lot of stuff that we're seeing, specifically lately in our inbox. It's how do I say this? It's hard. Again, it's really hard to see how these leaders will see something that's guidance, and by the time it gets to the troop, it is so convoluted and it's misread. And you go back to the original, if you go back to the original dwell memo back in the day, it has specific guidance in there. And I don't understand how that just gets so confused, how that gets so, I don't get it. It's like, be in PT formation, be in summer PTs at 0630. By the time it gets to the Joe, The kid's wearing fucking Camelback. He's got a rucksack on. You know, there's so much more stuff added to it. I'm just thinking, are we not? I don't want to say slamming. Yeah, I'll say it. Are we not slamming leaders enough for purposely violating this dwell policy thing?
Yeah, I mean, it was clear. I just think, you know, if you go through this article, there's just a lot of exceptions to policy, and I just wonder how easy it is to get an exception to policy for this. You know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. As a matter of fact, let me pull it up. Somebody brought it up to my attention about it was called DTM. It was a DTM message. It was bam. Let me window cap this right here so we all could see. There we go. Speed. I'm glad. Hey, appreciate you guys sending me the links, man. That's awesome. Fans are on it tonight. So there it is right there. We're looking at the dwell, and this is not classified. This is like you just looked it up and went on DTM 21-005 deployment to dwell, mobilization to dwell policy revision. So defines deployment and dwell time under a single wide standard. So also defines the deployment to dwell ratio for active component, mobilization to dwell ratio for reserve component. And that's what Gary said. When ETPs become policy, almost like an executive order. It's not law, but it's somebody who decided to write it up. The Secretary of Defense goal is for the deployment rate to dwell ratio is 1:3 or greater. The deployment to dwell ratio threshold is 1:2. Secretary of Defense approval is required to deploy an AC unit, detachment individual with a ratio of 1:2 or less. So how come the SecDef isn't dropping, hey, how many ETPs has he gotten, like you just said? It even says, too, specifically on the bottom. That's like the last bullet. This DTM is not intended to be a force-shaping tool. I think there's a lot of force shaping going on right now.
That's right. Yeah.
Like, dude, man, you're not helping out. You're not helping out the situation. So when we go back to how can we stop this, is it a generational thing in how the soldiers are receiving this information and we're not articulating it right? I'll be honest with you. It's frustrating to see, and like I said, it's always the battalion level leadership and the Joes that get screwed over. The brigade staffs, they kind of understand it. The division staff, yep, okay, got it, whatever. But that's what we're noticing the disconnect is at the battalion and below. I mean, really bad. It is like we just had 11th ADA. We just posted about their op order of allowing, they're going to want to inspect people's outpost homes. How did it go from a simple, hey, make sure your troops swing by, make sure they have an address to live in, and make sure you have, make sure they're not living in bad quarters. And it evolved into, I want to inspect your home. I want to see your house.
Yeah.
I get it. If you don't want to have anybody look, I understand the off limits policy. I understand all that stuff. But when you want to say, hey, I'm going to go inspect your house, and you look at the original guidance, now from what the warrant officer community, they have told me is that the reason why there was an edict out to make sure somebody lived in a house is because somebody didn't process any orders, and there was there were two families living in the 3-core parking lot because their orders were getting messed up and their chains of command did not allow them specific leave time, so that way they could move out properly. Now, mind you, these are just reports, preliminary reports, and so these two families stayed in the core fucking parking lot, and I guess some CG or some GO walked by and saw them, like, hey, what are you guys doing here? Well, my unit didn't sign this. Yeah, leave it in their car so that way they can go PCS, so that way they can move.
Oh,
so,
dude, is that a true story?
That's what reports we're getting. Yeah, it's confirmed by two people so far.
Dude,
and so
did they? I wanted to ask you about this, man. There was this W.T.F. thing I saw, and I actually know this guy. I used to know this guy. It was on W.T.F. Nation. Chaplain Brad Bowman. He's an Army chaplain who threatened to somebody parked in his parking spot.
Oh yeah.
You know the story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
dude. But
I'm glad.
This
no,
is
no,
my.
no,
This is
hang
my
on. I'm glad you're catching up. So you're talking about the post where Chaplain basically threatened to pull somebody's fucking license plates because they were parking in the spots, and the caption was like, "Man,
Yeah, so he's an Army colonel and
Chaps
he's
is
a chaplain. So
pissed."
this,
Yeah.
Aside from that, this is my question to the nation: is like, why do we have colonels as chaplains? Army chaplains are not making strategic decisions. They're not commanding anything. Why do they need to be colonels? You're given, last rites. You're praying with troops. You don't need to be above the rank of captain. You can get paid more each year you're in service, but they don't need to be Army colonels. They don't have the authority of a colonel. They don't render decisions of a colonel. They don't make any decisions of a colonel. They don't do anything strategic.
Okay,
Whoa, am I wrong?
Well, I brother, I'm just gonna. No. What I'm okay. Let's go. Let's keep going. What about PAOs? Should PAOs be high? Because look, what pisses me off about the PAO regiment is that there is no regiment. There is no PAO regiment. They're not struck. It's been almost. It seems like the PAO community has always been almost like an additional duty. Sometimes it is.
No, but
hang on. But why do PAOs then? I see them like chaplains then, or
No.
Well, go ahead. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Because a PAO is giving strategic advice to so your core PAO
okay
is giving strategic advice to a 3-star General C.D. Donahue. So he needs to be on common ground. He needs to be on solid ground in terms of rank. Everybody sees life through rank there at 18th Airborne Corps. He needs to be on common ground with the Fifth Corps, with the G2. He needs to be on the same ground as those other 06s in order to give that advice. And frankly, he's giving decisions and making decisions and giving advice that have strategic implications, that have implications for the information environment that are more impactful than what in some cases, more impactful than what your G4 is doing.
Ooh.
So you need your PAO to go, first of all, those PAOs go through their Army War College or National Command College. They need to be educated like Army colonels, and they need to be Army colonels. The division PAO needs to be an 05 because he or she's on common ground with the other 05 staff officers.
So, but a chaplain.
The chaplain is doing the same thing as a colonel, as a captain. The same thing. You do the last rites. You pray with the soldier. You give the service.
So you're saying that a chaplain is okay to be whatever rank because if they're operating as the person of that specific faith, then it doesn't matter what the rank is. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. In other words, they're not advancing in terms of their authority or their strategic decision-making capability as their rank increases. They just keep them as a captain and then keep paying them by year, increase their pay by year beyond that.
I could see that.
So in other words, if a chaplain is in the Army for 20 years, it's a captain, but he's making more than a captain who's a chaplain in the Army for 6 years.
Or a company commander,
Sure.
Yeah. So I mean, I could see that, but then I could see again the same argument. People are saying that there could be same argument by the PAO argument for the chaplain argument. Is that
no? It's not. How is it the same argument?
Well, dude, I'm bringing you the feedback.
but I already solved this for you.
So, but here's my thing. Okay, so what's the difference between say like this guy this chaplain here. Fort Meade chaplain is of Christian faith. So how are you as a PAO would you like the chaplain to tell you how to PAO as opposed to a PAO telling you how to chaplain a chaplain? Does that make sense?
What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
No, what I'm saying though is that a chaplain can never tell you how to be a PAO. So why do you?
And your point is what?
So why do you think that a man or woman of faith or whatever religion they're part of, that you could say, well, no, you should be a captain because I don't. You know what I mean? You're telling somebody of that specific faith, or the man of the cloth, quote unquote, how to be that man of the cloth when no one's telling you how to be a PAO.
I'm not. We're talking past each other, and you look at the comments. Everybody agrees with me, and everybody disagrees with you. And everybody knows I'm right.
No one's. Hang on, I've not seen anybody. Well, no, hang on. You know, Mill Twitter don't even like freaking chaplains. Someone says church and state is fun.
Look at this. Buccino is right.
Buccino is.
Yeah. Did this chaplain Bradford Bowman? Did he ever like respond to this?
No, to be honest with you, his compadres did. Because
there were hundreds of comments on this.
Oh no, there weren't hundreds. There were about 3,400 comments on it.
What do you mean? So his other chaplains responded to it?
So one of the other chaplains was like, hey, thanks for bringing it up, and appreciate it. You know, we need to do better than this. For what it's worth, here what he says is like, thanks for posting. For what it's worth, I'm a chaplain and shared this link with screenshots with my team, that they and I might be reminded of the impact of our actions and the opportunities we have to impact soldiers for good or bad. God bless. So,
yeah,
I mean, chaplain.
I mean, look,
there's a good comment in there. Chaplain needs to be at the same rank as the soldiers they are advising. Being a lower rank could hurt the process of a chaplain's job to advise the commander at that level. But like, I understand what you're saying though. If they're a person of the cloth, it shouldn't matter what rank they are. I know what you're saying. You're saying that if you're looking for a pastor, a preacher, an imam, or a rabbi, that's person's like you said, last rites and dying wishes, and they want to talk to that person. I don't think that individual gives a crap about what rank they are.
But my point is this: it's also the same job. So if you are, in other words, a chaplain who's a colonel, is that chaplain making any strategic decisions? Is there any like strategic prayer? No, it's the same job. It's the same job.
Oh man, we're gonna burn.
Look, I've always been down on chaplains. The truth is, I've always been down on chaplains. I really have.
Oh, really? You have? I didn't know that. I thought you were just breaking balls. I didn't know you were kind of like, okay. So basically, you're not thinking.
I will say, I don't actually know this guy. I met him a few times. What he did is like, it's not the end of the world, right? It's like, he didn't give away government secrets or, anything like that. But I wouldn't have done it. You wouldn't have done it. It just was like, for a chaplain, it was a little much.
Well, you're pulling your plates. I mean, come on, that's like illegal. You can't pull nobody's plates off of somebody's vehicle. I mean, that's kind of like that. Immediately,
well, he didn't do it.
No, he didn't do it. No, he didn't do it. But he threatened, and that right there in itself set chaplains back a couple of years. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, is this how a chaplain's going to talk to me now? If I, whatever. Somebody said the parking spot was ordained by the Lord, the Bible, and the Constitution. So,
yeah.
Somebody said, "Oh, I think
and
there's more."
The other thing is like, your chaplain gets his own parking spot. Your chaplain.
But I'm saying. I mean, hey, look, you know me. I'm not of the religious type, but I could say the same thing about PAOs. Hell, they could say the same thing about PSYOP NCOs too, but that's another story. But our friend Mike Levine, didn't he just get in a big drama with his parking spot when he was in Korea? PAOs, SGM.
Yeah, I know, dude. He's like the drama queen with that.
Still, I know General Donahoe still breaks his balls about it. Yeah. Somebody said there's more to a chaplain's job than you think.
Okay, then tell me what is it? Don't just say that. Tell me what it is.
Oh, well, what is it? What is it? I mean, spiritual. I mean, you're gonna have like the chaplain corps just come out there and start calling us heathens and shit, and start saying that we're not those plates are of the devil. God, look, you're right. Does a chaplain need a parking spot? Probably at the chapel where he's supposed to be chaplaining, right? That's. I mean, that's to say, it's the whole thing I get with, well, it's like kiosks, right? You want to break it down. Why do we have churches on posts? Why do we have chaplains? Why do we have, why are we not focusing on more behavioral health, which I understand a chaplain is trained in.
Well, chaplains have a role.
They do have a role in
Counselor
that.
role.
They do have a role in that. They are qualified in some counseling techniques, but you know that they're not the behavioral health end all be all. You know what I mean? They might be like the first step of you know, if you want to talk to somebody or whatever. But as far as behavioral health, I'd rather have more behavioral health specialists than chaplains, if that makes any sense. Do one do a division, or what do you?
Yeah, you'd rather have more good behavioral health specialists.
Yes.
I think that there was a rush to get behavioral health specialists. You know, around 5 years ago, there's a rush to get behavioral health specialists into these installations. And I think you have a lot. Unfortunately, I just think you have a lot that are not very good. Yeah, I don't know about a lot. You just have some that are not very good.
Right.
You just have some that are not very good.
Well, I mean, it would be like any other thing, like a commander or sergeant major or doctor, a middle doctor. You know, you have some good ones in there. You have some good. You have good ones and bad ones. You know, it's just like you roll the dice on that stuff.
Yeah.
What was that?
So what else is hot for the nation here besides?
Well, we just been, you know, posting stuff now that everyone's coming back to normal. We got, you know, COVID is now opening up. The COVID being over with is now opening up the calendars back. We got guys going to our.
COVID's been over for like 2 years, man. I haven't.
Nah, they're still, man. They're still, bro. All the lockdowns and all these events that we were scheduled to go to that are now not happening or being scheduled delayed late because of all the drama that went through it. So now we're starting to attend Comic Cons. Now we're starting to attend those type of events. Now that we're starting to, you know, now you know, LPDs and stuff like that are back on the menu. Speaking engagements are back on the menu. So it's just
All American Week.
All American Week. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be at Liberty, as a matter of fact, for the PSYOP Regimental Association's commemorative walk and ruck. And so I'm going to be there in mid-May. I think
I'll be there.
All American Week will be the following week because I got to get back.
Following week, yeah.
So, because the regimental week, the psychological operations regimental association's Memorial Ruck is on the weekend of the 15th. So in May. So that's where I'm going to go do my little tour and hang out, you know, with some other folks and stuff like that. So chaplains responsible for understanding regulation and human relations and aspects of religion. They are the SMEs for religious concerns in the Army. The decisions that could make and affect overall retention rate of our military.
Okay.
Do you think a spiritual aspect is the reason why we're lacking in our military retention? Don't forget you bring your chaplain. That might explain our retention. I'm just a curious question too. That's a rhetorical, philosophical question. You know, is there a spiritual connection? We always talk about specific policies and leaders saying, "Oh, this is woke" or whatever, or you know, them chuckleheads on social media saying that the Army's woke. That's why we got a bad retention problem. Or that's this. Is there a retention problem that it has to do on the spiritual level?
You know, I did a 9-minute segment on Fox News about this, and the Army is woke. That's a tiny part of the Army's recruiting problems. It's a part, but it's not a major component.
Is it a now, when you say, what are your definition of woke, though? I mean, what we would consider, for me, I'll say this, that I think when people are trying to say woke is that Army, the military, I should say, is being overly sensitive to a lot of things that policies were already in place and are now making it more of an issue than what it already is. That if you'd already just enforced the policies that are existing, we wouldn't have to have this woke policy, I guess, that you're talking about, or what anybody else likes to talk about. But I personally think that we have too many policies on top of other policies that we have not enforced the original policy to begin with, if that makes any sense.
I think it was just the idea of the woke Army was just all the messaging around the new policies and the diversity, equity, inclusion policies, the new hair braid policies, the new uniforms, etc. That was the concern about the woke Army, was that the messaging was a little too heavy. And it was the idea being that the messaging was so over the top that people in the Midwest and the South, particularly in the Midwest, who don't necessarily espouse those views and who traditionally volunteer for military service were turning away from military service.
I can see that.
And that is by and large not the case. Those people are turning away from military service, but for other reasons. For other reasons. The other reasons being that, there's no galvanizing thing, there's no galvanizing element to draw people into service like we had in the Cold War or like after 9/11. There's nothing that is there's no enemy out there that's drawing people into service or unifying people into service. There's also, a fantastic job market. It's different from a fantastic economy. The economy is different from the job market, but everybody who wants a job can get a job for the most part. And, a lot of people now want to work from home, want to work remote, want to be influencers. People are more focused on their own self-improvement versus joining something that's improving the country or improving the whole.
No, you're basically, you're right. There's nothing galvanizing us to have that greater calling, and
that's right.
that greater. No, Joe's not.
The woke army is also a part of it, but it's all these other things that are part of it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's that the ones that get upset about saying you're part of or you're saying you're woke. So there's some individuals that get really pissed off about their specific agendas, whether it be personal or professionally in this, that immediately feel that something's going to be threatened. So then they immediately, well, we don't want them here then. We don't want these people to serve then. We don't want this. When you're not, like you're saying, they're over the top and all this other stuff. Again, I've always said, you're putting a policy over another policy, and you didn't even enforce the beginning of that. Like I said, AR 600-20, Army Equal Opportunity and SHARP, right there. If you just enforce that, there's no need to have an additional policy on top of another one. We all know what minority groups already, since we've come up in the force, that galvanizing that you're saying, just serving something being better for yourself. The messaging is not coming out right from the Army, rather than they will have no unifying message to put it out to say, hey, look, this is what we're all about. But again, it doesn't help when you got reports from Davis Winkie. You got reports stating that, some of our other stuff too. It's like, why would I want to? And us veterans, we tell that story too.
Right. And the other thing is like these reports that, the barracks are all fucked up.
Yeah.
DFACs are all fucked up.
The people even say that is, social media is highlighting that. Social media actually social media is something that should be embraced in that aspect, that at least we're telling you there's something wrong with your facility that you as the commander can fix. It's when you say W.T.F. moments or Joe Buccino is given a bad name to the force because of what, I'm not saying they have, I'm sure they have, but that we are the reason why we're the fault of retention. We're the reason why. We're reporting basically what the force is saying. And nobody wants to admit, nobody wants to look in that mirror. Like me and Spanky talked about it before. After Infinity War, after we withdrew from Afghanistan, we should have taken an inward look to ourselves and decided to reset. Okay, let's get our forces fucking educated. Let's see what's going on in our home station. Well, we got to fix these barracks. Hey, we got to fix these DFACs. Hey, we got to fix our facilities. Let's focus inward more. And now it's like, as soon as you say something about it, or you're saying, hey, my barracks are fucked up. Well, that means you support Putin. Or that means you're not supportive of whatever soup du jour is fucking happening for whatever international politically, conflict is happening right now. But I'm not going to sit there and I'm going to hold information back from the audience. If I know, hey, look, would you join the military if you knew that there was bad barracks, no DFACs, you're fucked up pay, you have a high suicide retention, you have a high suicide rate for the field that you possibly want to get into, the top 10, and you're mad at W.T.F. moments or mad at Joe Buccino for saying, hey, we need to fix these things. I think that's another short-sightedness as well from the Army standpoint, is that no one stepped out to give that message. At least the last SMA did. At least the last SMA before him did. And that SMA before him, albeit kind of, they all tried. They all tried to get the Army story out there. I just don't get that. I mean, that's why we've shit our posting as well on WTF Moments. Hey, look, it's not all gloom and doom. We're highlighting a great leaders doing shit. We're highlighting our soldiers doing great shit. We have our pictures of the week. We have our shout outs from the troops, and we, hey, what rank are you? I'm fucking, E4 and below, and I saw my brigade commander doing this. I want to do this. These are the stories that, mind you, amidst all the mold, suck, and no chow, we still have a good Army. That's a hard sell.
Yeah. I'll tell you, man, WTF has really changed, man, over the last, 7 years. It really has. It's evolved. It's really grown up. You have too. I remember the first thing you and I ever worked on, man. You wouldn't remember it.
Yeah, which one is it? You're talking about the first sergeant and the first infantry, the first woman infantry soldier?
No.
Wait, which one?
This was a JRTC rotation with Falcon Brigade.
Keep going. I'm trying to remember.
So it was JRTC rotation with Falcon Brigade. Some of the information was wrong. It's fine.
Oh, you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. You know what? That individual was removed for reporting that story. And here's what pisses me off by that whole event. You're talking about the miscarriages. There was miscarriages that were reported for that rotation. However, even though there were still miscarriages, there weren't as many miscarriages that we reported. There were still miscarriages. And so what pissed me off is that
I never got the truth of all that, to be honest with you.
Well, what pissed me off is I think there was like one or two. I think there was one that was not related to the exercise and one that was en route to the exercise. I can't remember. I had to go. It was years ago. But yeah, you guys reported this one day. Okay, so January 7th, 2010 is when U.S. Army WTF Moments started. And so of that one report, that has had, think about every other mill media story that has gone out there that has never retracted or never corrected or never handled a reporter for an event. And that's what happened. That was handled, that was recorded, that was reported, that was also apologized to. See, that's another thing too, Joe. Nobody talks about that shit. Nobody talks about, WTF Moments, they did retract the story, they did admit it, and that individual was handled.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying though. It's like nobody asked that detail. And yes, I've always
respected the way you guys did it. We've worked. People don't know, man. And not just you and I, but me and other senior admins have worked on stories that never saw the light of day.
Yeah.
Sensitive stories that never saw the light of day.
Well, there's as a matter of fact, I just had a senior command KLE, and it's gonna evolve. There's gonna be an announcement with another organization that I've been doing a KLE with. And I said the same thing in just describing what my role is as an outreach guy for the WTF Nation. Is like, just think about every post that you see on the main page or Twitter or whatever. Think about it like a tracer. Think about like a tracer analogy. For every one tracer, there's like 15 shots that are behind it or 10 shots or whatever. That's how our posts work. For every one fucking story that you see posted, there's about 15 to 20 that got handled by an organization. Yeah. That you, like exactly like you just said. I mean, stories that would be international news that get corrected, that get fixed or whatever. So yeah, I mean, I am glad that we've evolved that way. There's there's sometimes a little bit of the old stuff that I want to, blast out. There's a little bit of the old school, the old WTF that I want to see happen, but like you said, we've evolved.
There was a story years ago, man, and it was like it would have ruined this guy's career, and it's like the organization, and maybe we'll just close on this because the WTF organization leadership, and it was a different leadership, but nonetheless, the organization marches on, right? Just like the Army. trusted me to take that to the command. At the time, I was working in the Pentagon.
Yes.
And that person, this was adjudicated without embarrassing anybody publicly.
Correct.
And, you know, it was like, it was very professionally done. You know, there was a concern of you know, the main purpose in my mind of WTF moments is a concern over you know, whether soldiers are treated fairly, you know, the same as leaders, whether soldiers are treated fairly and abusive leadership. And in this case, that was happening.
Yes.
Okay, and it was adjudicated.
Yep.
This person did not advance. In fact, he terminated right there. And you know, it was handled appropriately. And so, you know, I've always appreciated that about the behind the scenes piece that people don't really see. And WTF Moments really has come more into, I think, almost like a mainstream reporting organization rather than, you know, a sort of, I don't know, like, I guess you guys still do the jokes and the,
well, and I was just talking to somebody else about that. It's like, what are we? Are we news? Are we not news? Are we a brand? Are we, you know what I mean? What are we? It's really hard to put pretty hard to put a description on. And this is a very unique hybrid organization. Patrick says, do you have a breaking point, deciding point when you call out units? I don't see it as often as before, but it happens from time to time. Yes, that's the breaking point that Joe's talking about. Is we will give the unit an opportunity to handle something, because generally when it's the first source, okay, we got it. The second source, okay, I see what's happening. The third source would be, all right, I'm going to reach out, and that's my gig. That's why I went public. It was to go out and say, hey, so-and-so, are you sure this unit's going to be whatever? Sometimes, dude, we'll have a door slam in our face. No, screw you guys. I don't want to talk to you guys. You guys are a detriment to the Army. You're dividing the force, yada, 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 yada. Okay, it gets posted. It gets posted. And like with your situation, I know what situation you're talking about. That was it was all based on what the, how do I say, the client, the customer, the individual concerned involved. We wanted to be sensitive to what was going on with that specific event. And so, hey, there you go. That's it's better to have it. And at that point, I'm pretty sure, I'm looking back, I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of COAs anyways that it probably would have been handled with you. But I just, yeah, there's been a lot of stuff that we don't post. There's a lot. I mean, yeah, you're right. There is. I talked to somebody about some of the videos or some of the stuff that gets sent to us that are pretty. I mean, me and you have especially when you were doing your time in 18th Airborne Corps and the 82nd, and we were sharing, hey, look, this is what's happening down the road from you. This is what's happening. I mean, there's some stuff that I'm glad that you were able to handle and the commands were able to handle, as opposed to CNN or Fox News handling it. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. So, but anyhow, so what's next for you, man? I mean, you're still doing your Fox News gigs. You're still, you know.
I'm still doing that. Yeah, I do. I got my own consulting now. You know, I travel around. I travel more than I'd like to, working a little bit harder than I want to in retirement.
You know, that's another thing too, is you can't stop. You can't stop. I mean, it's dude. I mean, I thought I was gonna do the same. I was gonna chill, retire, and you know, go hang out and go skiing or do whatever. Or, you know, go surfing on the beach or something like that. Nah. Nah.
Yeah, guys like you and me, we'd be on the beach and we'd just be like, we wouldn't be comfortable.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be getting pissed off. There's something going on. What? Something happened? And you'd want to know, hey, what do you mean what's happening? And then you have your shower thoughts. You have like this moment of, that's what they meant, or I need to talk to that person. You know?
Yeah.
But that's cool. Well, I mean, like I said, everything's going good with your consulting company. And you're also you also do some side gigs of being a stand-up comedian.
I'm getting better at it. Yeah, thanks for asking, but thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, no, dude, it's good shit.
It's hard to. I will say, like in DC. So I'm, as you know, I moved from Tampa to DC.
Right.
And in DC, it's hard to do. It's a very significant time commitment. I mean, sometimes it's like 2 hours of time to do 5 minutes of stand up, but I'm getting better at. I'm doing 2 Saturdays from now. Or 3 Saturdays from now. I'm doing a showcase. They're only giving me 3 minutes, but it's a big time show. And so I'm kind of honing I have about 7 minutes, so I'm honing it down to 3 minutes and trying to get a really solid 3 minutes in. I'm actually pretty excited about it.
I'm about to say, CQ, our Tuesday host does stand-up comedy too, and he does also seminars and little workshops and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he just finished. He's just getting back from one of the Comic Cons that he's doing right now. But let us know. He's up in that AO, and I think you two should link up and go hang out and all that, because I think that's that's his forte. Maybe we can snag a couple of Joe Buccino snippets.
Yeah, man. Let's definitely put us together.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Anyways, hey Joe, thanks for hanging out, bro. I mean, appreciate you shooting the breeze, and you're always welcome back, man, to come out and hang out and catch up. I appreciate you catching me up to a lot of stuff too, because I know for us, it's just shooting the shit. People are like, why are these two guys just talking about shit that we don't know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I had no purpose. I just, I like talking to you, bro, and I like talking to the nation. I respect what you do. I just will say, maybe last thing I'll say is that, what Fox News allows me to do is I don't really take the Fox News perspective on geopolitical issues. Like, for example, I do advocate for military support and financial support for Ukraine, and I explain why, and they give me room to do that, and I appreciate that. What they just asked me to do is take very complicated issues and simplify them for people who are not fully read in on these things. And so, I respect Fox for doing that, giving me that platform, and it's cool. I like doing it. And, people see me, people who know me from this, they hit me on Twitter, and people find me and text me and find my email. And so they see me pretty frequently. So, I just appreciate the nation, everybody watching this. I know a lot of people watch it because I always get a lot of comments back when I do the show, but just appreciate everybody. I know people have been checking on me. I don't want to keep talking about it, but it's been, what can only be described as a pretty rough year, but working my way through it with you and with everybody's support. Much appreciated. Much love.
Yeah, same with you, man. Again, I've had like I said, my last 6 months have been a wreck. So I appreciate you being there for me and talking to me, man. So, all right, Joe Buccino, me and him are going to shoot the shit for a little bit. Hang on, Joe. Don't leave yet.
Okay.
We'll be right. I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and send off Joe Buccino. We'll be right back. Shots.
There's a lot of tough talk on Twitter, but there's not a lot of real talk.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
nothing at all. And you can fight, you can hide that you're naked. If you bleed, you won't feel it, you won't see me at all. You can fight, you can hide that you're naked. If you bleed, you won't feel it, you won't see me at all. You can fight, you can hide that you're naked.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Sometimes when I look at, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, I think it's W.T.F. Army or something.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
And we're back. Me and Joe just had to tie up some loose ends. CQ, I want to talk to you after this because, stand-up comedy shit and your forte. I'll link you two up. But anyways, that was Joe Buccino, friend of the WTF Nation that we've known from the day, from back in the day. Always good to have him back and shoot the shit to catch up and stuff like that. So anyways, what was I talking about today? Oh yeah, so today you're listening. Well, let me just go ahead and throw the freaking the graphics up there. Kabam. All right, so there you are, the Monday edition with Moi and Massey. I was gonna say his full name, but I'll just say his nickname. Sorry about that. Massey. We're on every Monday. Just me and Massey. Tuesdays, Pop Culture Warrior with Mad Mike. Oh shit, it's asking me for some stuff for my calendar. Hang on. There we go. Can you start over? You missed it. I don't know, man. My tech works pretty good. What about yours? Oh, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding. Tomorrow for Pop Culture Warrior, we have Yuri Lowenthal showing up. Yuri Lowenthal, man. Dude, doesn't he like, let me see. He's like a, he's got like a voiceover. Sorry, bro. He does Naruto, Boruto, Ultimate Mania stuff, man. He's like a big voice in all the animated stuff with Spider-Man, the video game, He-Man, the universe, Masters of the Universe, Ben 10. He's got a pretty good repertoire of all of his stuff. And yes, he's Spider-Man. And so he's going to be on here with Pop Culture Warrior. We have Brandy Pitt coming on the Smoke Pit with the Sorts on Wednesday. What's going on Wednesday with the Smoke Pit? That's going on with the Wednesday. Oh, Thursday. I don't have a guest on Thursday. Wow, there you go. Sergeant's Time with Moi and Spanky. With the older NCO tutelage and discussion with Sergeant's Time. Friday Night Freedom with Kaz is going to be a bye week because Kaz has been hanging out, with family. And so, but he'll be back next Friday on the 29th. So he'll be back. But yeah, he's Spider-Man. And then, of course, we have What Do You Hear? What Do You Say? The Coach and the actual King Smith piloting the sports bar. And then back with Moi and Massey on Monday. So TZ and Radar command or boss around and do the Smoke Pit. And then Kaz and Pooks do the Friday Night Freedoms. And then Mad Mike and CQ, of course, do Pop Culture Warrior. And then the actual King Smith and the Coach. So I think that covers it for a little bit right now. We got Daniel White coming on the next Smoke Pit on the 27th, and then we have Orlando Jones on the next Pop Vulture. God, dude. English is my second language, so excuse me. I said Pop Vulture. Pop Vulture Warrior. Oh, man, with my Cajun Asians in, Comfort Moss. Orlando Jones is going to be on the 2nd of April, the day after April Fools, which is also Easter Sunday. well, it sounded like a sick joke or something like that. Do we need a chaplain? Anyways, make sure you share, like, and follow all of our applications and posts and pages. We're broadcasting currently right now on 2 YouTube pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and at WTF Nation Radio, and 2 Facebook pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, and of course, broadcasting on our X app, the WTF Nation Radio, the X app. So, I don't know, you guys got anything for me? You guys been like, appreciate all your feedback in the comments too. That's rocking. I don't know if I got anything else to talk about. Share, like, and follow. Make sure you whatever. Make sure you pay attention to most exclusive stuff. CQ's been posting. If you don't follow CQ on Patreon, and if you don't follow CQ anyways, you're missing out on some shit. If you're not following on any of the other pages that we have, like the Sports Bar, man, the Smoke Pit, they're crushing it. They're crushing it with their outside of standard broadcasting scheduled hour broadcast number. How about that? So, anyways, I'm your host, formerly known as retired Army Sergeant Major Ken Ramos. I mean, people like to call me Ken or Ice. Doesn't matter. Ken's my name. Anyways, shout out to everybody. Thank you for share, liking, and follow. And see ya.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Welcome to my family.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
The horse, with beauty unsurpassed, strength immeasurable, and grace unlike any other, still remains humble enough to carry a man upon its back. When a service member or first responder takes an oath, he or she has mentally and physically committed themselves with self-sacrifice. From the front lines abroad to the very streets you live on in America, they protect. This oath is non-refundable and it is lifelong. Facing unimaginable dangers and unseen scars, these grounds are a place to recover and face any challenges head-on. As veterans and first responders ourselves, we know that battle all too well. From a simple talk with a friend on horseback to an entire debrief in the barn, this sanctuary has seen recovery take place time and time again. No hour of life is wasted that is spent in a saddle. The way we approach change isn't a new phenomenon. This animal has been with humans over 5,000 years. If you've ever been around a horse for long enough, you'll feel that thing, that electric trust. In that moment, nothing else is in your mind. When they turn into you, it's like the world disappears. We harness that moment to build skills off of. Repurposing requires flexibility, adaptability, and the willingness to challenge assumptions and conventional thinking. This approach can be applied to many areas in life, including business, education, and personal growth. To ride a horse is to fly without wings. This lesson and skills learned at War Horses will help reintegrate back into daily life. You'll learn coping mechanisms, improved communication skills, trust and confidence that will help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. These tools can be used every day to navigate life and take on many challenges. This may involve practicing mindfulness, setting boundaries, improving communication with loved ones. Transitioning back to society is hard on your own. And when you're at War Horses, you're family. And families solve problems together.
Я батько. Я молодший брат. Я водій маршрутки. Я скоро одружуся. Я фанат-шахтер. Начальник отдела продаж. Я прораб.
Я программист.
Я свидетель на свадьбе.
Борщица.
Дядя Юра, таксист. Я вчитель фізкультури.
Я студент-геолог.
У мене своя фірма. Я кращий друг зі школи. Я сусід, який завжди стукає по батареї.
Я єдиний син.